How to be empathetic. It's funny. This is a skill set that comes very, very naturally to me. I have another skill set, which is I know how to teach it, which is great. So if you struggle to relate to other people and how they feel, this video is going to be probably the most important video you watch, because this one skill is the skill that's going to help you get what you want in life. Because not only do you want the external results of life, like of course the money, all the external success, all the stuff, right? But you also want the intrinsic feeling that comes along with that, which is love and acceptance. This is the two things that every single human wants more than anything else. They want to be loved and they want to be accepted, okay? So how do you help someone else feel love and acceptance? Because that's the key. You do that by being empathetic. Now, what does empathy actually mean? Empathy means feeling the feelings of another. That's literally what it means in a dictionary. Okay, so when I say that, what comes up for you? Some people are like, well, I struggle to feel feelings. There's a guy that I spoke to, he's doing $200,000 a month in his business. He wants to get to $1 million a month. And he realizes that the only way he can do that is by having his staff actually give a shit about him and his company and, perform at a higher level. And he's got the right people, but he's just not getting the best out of them because they don't actually like him. And him and I had a call, and he's like, how do I be empathetic? He's like, yeah, I get what you're saying, Aaron, but I just don't know how to do it. First of all, there's deconditioning that has to happen, right? Because people have lived their whole life not being empathetic and they can't relate. So first of all, the first step is also to really understand about emotions. This is what I had to go through myself. So before you can feel the feelings of another, you need to first feel the feelings of yourself, right? How can I know you if I don't know me? You see what I'm saying? How can I love you if I don't love me? Same principle. So how do you become more empathetic? Well, you need to first understand your own emotions. So for example, right now, I ask you, how are you feeling right now? Again, this is an exercise that I did it myself. Like, how are you feeling right now? For me, right now, I'm feeling happy. I'm hot and I'm happy. I'm in the sun here in Bali, but I'm happy because I'm serving the world. I'm doing what I'm meant to do on this planet, which is to give value through my voice. That's what I see myself as. That's what I believe I'm put on this earth to do. So how do you feel right now? Oh, I'm good. That's not an emotion. I'm fine. That's not an emotion. I'm okay. That's not an emotion. You see, these are the things that we're just conditioned to say every day. And so literally, if you think about it, every day we're training ourselves to numb ourselves from our emotions. How are you? Oh, I'm good. Oh, me too. You? Oh, how are you? Oh, yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. Doing well is not an emotion. That's not. How are you? How are you? Think about that. Ask yourself, how am I? Right now watching this video, how do you feel? What word can you use to describe the emotion you're feeling right now? For me, when I did this first exercise, it was fucking hard. I was like, how do I feel right now? I'm content, or I'm curious, or I'm happy, I'm interested, I'm relaxed. What word would you use to describe how you're feeling right now? So let's say you got that word, you understand how you feel. Maybe you feel stressed, maybe you feel frustrated, maybe you feel annoyed, maybe you feel angry. Whatever word you use to describe your current state as you're watching this video, that's great. So now you're getting some more awareness on how you feel. And if you keep doing this every single day, you will start to gain more awareness over your own emotions. Like, how do I feel on a day-to-day basis? Some days I wake up and I'm unhappy, and I have to identify that I'm feeling unhappy. Like, I'm feeling defeated, or I'm feeling ecstatic, I'm feeling excited. And starting to gain more awareness. The first step to solving any problem is to gain awareness of the problem, okay? So how to be more empathetic is the first step to solving that is to gain more awareness on how you feel every day, okay? And then the second step, naturally, is to notice feelings, these emotions in other people. Because now you have more awareness over your own emotions, it's gonna be easier to identify it in someone else. Like, oh, he's angry. Oh, she's sad. Oh, she's happy. Oh, she's frustrated. I can see it. She's just fucking frustrated. She's annoyed. You can see these emotions on people's faces better when you understand your own, okay? And that's really the first two tips I'll give you on how to be more empathetic, because really it's about sharing that person's emotion that they're experiencing. So if I'm experiencing frustration, you don't have to sit in bed with me and be frustrated with me, but I want you to understand that I am feeling frustrated and not judge me for it. Just let me know that it's okay to feel that emotion. This is another thing about validation, which is intertwined with empathy. You're letting people feel their emotions. And again, it comes back to you feeling your emotions, right? This is the work that I've had to do. Listen, I came from a household where emotions are not talked about. Like, black people don't talk about their feelings. I mean, most people don't talk about their feelings, but you know what I mean? For example, I've cried in front of men 3 times in my life because I don't feel safe to cry around men. Because why? Because most people aren't safe around another person crying. Most people don't know how to react to that because we're taught that crying's bad. So when someone's crying around us, usually it makes us uncomfortable. We want to just console them and make them stop crying. Whereas the people that have done the work on themselves, who are emotionally stable and are comfortable with all the different emotions, they can literally let someone sit across from them and cry without consoling them. I mean, sometimes you need consoling, right? Like if it's my partner and she's crying, I'm gonna console her, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna hold her, just hold space. That's what we say, just hold the space, right? Create a safe container for them to feel that emotion. When you're able to do this, your relationships absolutely transform. And then people just want to be around you all the time because you know what emotional state they have and you just know how to deal with their emotions, right? And you just let them emote and it's a safe space. And this is the key to, like, if you're a boss watching this is the key to improving your tension, morale with your employees and getting the best out of them, because ultimately you have to know what emotions people are feeling. Like, for example, one of the guys that used to work for me, he'd come in and he'd be like quite sad. I wouldn't just get him to do the work right away. I'd be like, what's wrong, man? What's going on? And he'd tell me a story about what's happened in his life, why he's a bit frustrated. And then I'd let him talk. Like, yeah, man, if I was you, I'd be frustrated as well, man. Like, damn, that's tough. And then we'd talk it out, and then he'd feel better, and then he'd produce better work because he's gotten his emotions taken care of. Like, I'm not just bypassing how he feels and shit, you got to do this work. It's like, he's a human being. He has feelings. Let's talk about that. You know, let's help him feel his emotions, and then he'll be able to perform better. And so this works in every area. Like with my personal relationships, this works like crazy, you know? Like allowing people to feel how they feel without judging them. Why are you crying? Stop crying. That's a judgment, right? If you say that to someone, if you're a parent and you say that to your kid, you're teaching your kid to not feel that emotion. And then they grow up like I did. You grow up with shame around feeling that emotion of sadness. As a man especially, most men grow up feeling like it's bad to cry. If I cry, I'm weak. Right? That only perpetuates it even more to the point where you feel like me, where you feel like you can't cry around men because most men can't handle it and they'll judge you negatively and embarrass you in front of other people that you're weak. When really it's not being weak, it's just feeling an emotion. It's like a wave. A wave comes and goes. You're going to feel sad and it's going to go. You're going to cry about it and it's going to go. Right? So it's just allowing people to feel the full range of emotions that we have in this human experience, and not having shame around each one. It's like a door. It's like the door's locked. Like the crying door's locked. So I can't feel crying. And then what happens is all of these suppressed emotions, because I can't get access to this door, the shame gets stored in the body as pain, physical pain. And we wonder why we have bad shoulders, bad hips, bad back, bad knees. It's because we've suppressed all of these emotions and it's getting stored in our body as pain. And we think it's because we're getting older. Actually, it's emotional pain. It's because we haven't released these emotions. We haven't accessed them. We don't feel... When's the last time you cried? I cried this morning on purpose, because crying gets your body into the parasympathetic nervous system. It calms you down and it helps to release the emotions. It helps you feel. If you don't cry, you're not feeling, okay? Being empathetic is super important. If you found this video helpful, apply the tips and let me know how you went. If you want more help, go and click the link in the bio and let's schedule a call and we can get on the phone and talk about your situation and how we can help you become more empathetic, because ultimately, like I said before, the 2 things we want as humans more than anything else in the world is love and acceptance. Love and connection, love and acceptance, that's what we want more than anything, okay? And once we are able to be more empathetic in our own life, we can have more love and acceptance, okay? And it won't cost you a penny, apart from obviously learning how to do it. But then once you have this skill, you have it for the rest of your life. It's probably the biggest, most important skill, because wherever you go, there you are. So most people, especially I meet a lot of people who travel, because I travel a lot, and a lot of people, they think that happiness is somewhere else other than where they are. And that's just not true. Happiness is where you are right now, because it's within you, right? And so if you go to another country hoping to meet your perfect partner, yeah, I mean, love is a drug, right? So for the first 6 months, it'll be great. And then obviously they'll start revealing who they really are. And then you're like, what the fuck? This is not what I thought love is. Because love starts with you, love and acceptance of yourself, okay? Wherever you go, there you are. So you got to do the work at some point. The point that I got to in my journey where I'm like, fuck, I just got to do the work. I just got to go deep and face all this shit I don't want to face. Because what I really want is inside of me, but I don't know how to unlock it. And I need help to do that. So I need to get someone to help me unlock the door within myself to all the love and acceptance that I want. And how to be empathetic is one of those things. All right. So again, if you want to learn how to do this, then go and click the link in the bio, in the description, and then we can get on a call and talk about this. All right. And help you out. So my name is Aaron. I'll talk to you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed.